Yep.
you know.
So yeah, we'll
Did
go ahead and
All
get the
right.
recording started so
mm,
we don't delay anybody on here. We have 23 participants right now. There'll be people in and out of the calls. And first of all, I want to welcome every single person to the call today. And just in case it's your first time on, my name is Terrence Pounds. I am a serial entrepreneur. I am a minister of the gospel. I'm also a full-time cryptologist, been around this space for about a decade. And I also am a trader. I actually know how to trade and understand that. Part of the things I'm doing right now, you folks know, some of you folks on the call are in my private platform. And if you are, you know that I've been rocking, right? I've been killing it. So we are 3 weeks in and 4 days. And this week was my best week. I did 50K this week. 50K this week,
wow.
y'all. So, thank you. Thank you. To pay everybody that's invested in my private club right now, it cost me 22,000 a week. 22,000 a week. So I did 30,000 today. Today. And then so when you put that in perspective of what's going on over there, I'm gonna be honest with you. And I don't want to sound funny when I say this, but I'm beginning to slightly lose interest in all of these other projects around the space. I'm gonna mute everybody so we can get into the. Oh, I muted myself. I didn't mute everybody, but I'm gonna mute everybody here, and then we'll open up. And so I'm gonna run through the list. We're gonna probably stop about halfway through the list today, and then once we get halfway through the list, then we'll open it up for some brief questions. So you don't gotta wait till I get all through the list. And obviously, I'm not gonna go over every single project in super detail. It's just going to be more of a speed through so you know what I got going on, what's still working, what's not paying, because things do change in this space. But as I was introducing myself, which I'm going to mute everybody right now, I am just a super risky YouTube dude in this space. I'm in 30, 40 platforms somewhere in there. I've launched my own private platform. And as I was saying, is that it cost me 22,000 per week to take care of people that have decided to loan me money. And I've been able to pay that every week. Those that want withdrawals, I'm almost a month in. There's scams in this space that only last hours. And then also, I want to tell you guys publicly too, I'm done with the sponsored video thing. So I'm done with it. My numbers in sponsored videos compared to my numbers where I'm just picking them are terrible. And so that Grizz Max that some of you guys invested in just the other day, that really frustrated me, super frustrated me. And not that I thought it was going to last forever, because nothing in this space lasts forever. But dang, you made it 24 hours. And I thought, like, if I'm going to take a sponsored video, that was the one. But, I get requests every day from people wanting me to do videos every single day. You wouldn't understand. But I made the decision that, at this point, I'm not taking any more sponsored videos. I'm not taking any more sponsored videos. Not that I will never again in the future, but right now I'm not taking any more sponsored videos. And then with that and me doing my own project, honestly, folks, I feel better about my project than anything in this space. Part of the reason is because I ain't gonna rug. And I know that the money's safe. I ain't got to worry about it be stolen out of a contract, no sneaky, no, I don't got to worry about none of that. And just to be completely honest with you, I make more money trading than any project in this space, period. I don't care what project you talk about in this particular space. I make more money trading myself than anybody in this space. Name a platform. And I also offer to the people a better return on capital, true realistically, with real true trading happening than anything in the space. So like, I mean, I keep getting projects sent to me. Some people may be on the phone, maybe on the Zoom, and maybe sent me projects and stuff. But I'm not saying I'm getting bored with it, but it ain't my project, and it ain't doing the type of numbers that my project is doing. And so it's kind of just like, that don't really interest me. It just doesn't interest me. And now I'm thankful for all of the projects that I'm in. And yes, I'm still going to continue to get into new projects but the new projects I get in, they got to make a different type of cut than what they used to make, and then also, you know, just from the realist of real space, if I'm going to share my YouTube channel, I'm going to share the post, my time and all that stuff. I just want to make sure that it's worth it, and then get to also a space where we eliminate the scams and the rug pulls, where we're dealing with projects where people win, lose, or draw. Like, I mean, let's keep it real. The things going on with Novatech, that's a win, lose, or draw situation. But in the same token, though, they're being upfront and they're trying to still pay people. Projects, I mean, like I said, the success of the project is one thing, but the scam is a whole nother thing. And so I'm trying to focus on things that I feel like, man, this is not going to be no scam. And so that's where I'm at going forward with the projects that I'll be coming out with. Okay. And that I'll be sponsoring. But let me go ahead and get to share my screen here. And like I said, we're going to go down my DeFi list here of different projects. And I edited out some of this information here. So it's just not too much information, just for a couple of different reasons. And then let me collapse this category just a little bit here. All right, cool. And then so let me go ahead and share my screen. Let me share my screen here. And then what you're going to see first and foremost is my spreadsheet. And then so let me let these people in here, right? And then let me grab me a water too. Excuse me, folks. Okay. So everybody at this juncture should be seeing my spreadsheet. Now, this spreadsheet uh, is in order of the projects that I've been in, right? Don't worry about these little numbers over here. These are slight calculations of where I would be daily. And these numbers may not be accurate. I don't update that all the time, right? And then so let me make this a little bit bigger for you guys, right? I'm gonna make this a little bit bigger. And then let me scroll down right here. All right, you guys should be able to see that, okay, right? And then so you got Novatech, right? We know what's going on with Novatech. My personal opinion of Novatech right now is, as long as they're trying to pay people and they stick to the program of paying people when they say they're going to pay people, I wouldn't care if it took 2 years to get all my initial investment back, long as I'm getting something from them and they're still paying. That's what I got to say about Novatech. Not that I'm happy about it, not that I'm mad about it, but show me what you're going to do. And if they do it, great. All right. Now, funds, folks, when I jumped off the Novatech bandwagon way back in November, and the community blasted me because I was not being allegiant to Novatech, funds, it's 3% a week, folks. 3% a week. It's $110 to get started. I've been in the project for well over 6 months now, and the thing is paying consistently 3% per week, every week. EasyBot. EasyBot is the only project in the space that you don't have to send your money anywhere. It stays in your account. It stays in your exchange, right? And that's in Binance or KuCoin, right? And then, but you only make about 3 to 5% a month, 3 to 5% per month. Now, as the bots do better, then you should do better. But they tell you to count on roughly 3 to 5% a month. Yes, there's been better months. Yes, there's been better days. But I think it's a phenomenal program if you're okay with the 3 to 5% a month. Folks, I'm still in Drip. I have multiple wallets. We keep compounding those wallets. The Drip infrastructure and ecosystem is still in place. It's an ROI DApp. Token price is not where we want it at, but in the same token, it's good for some people. The project's been going for, I believe, 3 years now, and they have a lot of outside utility coming to keep Drip going. Furio, not that big of a deal about Furio, in my personal opinion. The token worth of Furio is next to nothing. Vortic United, folks. I'm ringing the bell on Vortic United, Vortic United, Vortic United. If you're not in Vortic United, you should highly consider getting in Vortic United. Now, I didn't say this, but I need to tell everybody, I'm not a financial advisor. I am a risky YouTube dude. I'm in 30 some plays. These things come, they go. Before you get in a project, you better ask. It could be the same day that it could go. So always check. But Vortic's in my top 10 projects, as well as Funds is in my top 10 projects. Vortic, you can get started with as little as $50 and very easy to get set up. and they have different accounts where you can make anywhere between 4% a week to 9% a week. Vortic is with Jensen Robos. He's the actual trader. We know who he is. He's been on Zooms with me. I think that it's one of the best platforms right now in the space, and they show that they're actually trading in the back. Let me go ahead and delete this one out right here. This was a cryptoprogram.me, or excuse me, crypto FX Pro account. All right. Now, IPS, a project I've been in since last year, folks, and this is going in order of when I got in the projects. Okay. So I've been in IPS since last year. It is still paying. This project's been going for about a year. So if you want a project that's been on the longer side of things, take a look at IPS. Max Spread. Max Spread is another project I've been in since last year. It's paying. It's an arbitrage project. And once again, I've done videos for every single one of these projects on my YouTube. Also, if you want to jump into the Telegram or also into the Facebook chat, you'll be able to see all of this stuff in there. Just ask for the videos in there. We'll get them to you. And the referral links if you want any of these things, right? And then, folks, also as a reminder, in all of my YouTube videos, the referral link is in the description of the video. Just click more. All right. So Unico, some token platform that I got into, I have been unable to sell the tokens. So I'm not sure if it's user error on my behalf. I got a couple $100 in there. And to be honest with you, I have not been back over there to try to sell them. Fusion experience, the experience was terrible. Now, I don't know if things changed or not changed, and I'm sorry if they changed for the better, but I haven't talked to anybody that said anything positive about it or that it was still going. So Fusion experience is what it is. ARK-FI, still my #1 favorite project. So, if you're not in ARK-FI and you're wondering what I like and what I do, well, you can see that I got a ton of wallets here, right? And then just so you folks, if you're wondering like, well, what are those numbers? I said these were proposed daily numbers, but then when you look at ARK-FI, just from this one project alone, this is $900 per day, folks, for one project. Now, I got a lot of money invested in ARK-FI, but it's my favorite project in this space, and it's paying up to 2% per day. You do need a MetaMask wallet or something to get connected, MetaMask or Trust, I'm sorry. Momentum, I'm out of. X nodes, you know that I love X nodes. It's in my top projects. It's where crypto meets commodity. Crypto meets commodity is simply every token in their ecosystem is backed by real world commodities. So they got tokens backed by gold, by oil, by agriculture, by the beverage industry, also by real estate. They got something coming out backed by water, I think, the water industry, something new I just heard. And so to me, out of all the projects in the space, this is one of few projects that actually have utility tangible. And this is not an ROI project. This is a long-term project. This is a accumulate and appreciate project. So the goal is to accumulate tokens over time and let them appreciate, right? I'm gonna speed past CP, folks, because obviously that went private. And then so Afrik JM arbitrage, right? But Afrik JM arbitrage, you see I got multiple accounts, but everybody should know by now that Afrik JM arbitrage is on up to a 30-day pause. And they are having an AMA tomorrow. So there's no trading. Nobody's making money right now. Afri Queen, who I follow her channel, she did a video on it, which I watched a couple of the videos. So what happened is the computer software got attacked, and they have to upgrade the software so that they can combat these attacks. The software is old and outdated. So long story short, they're doing an upgrade on the software. Now, this upgrade is supposed to take less than 30 days. And then if you can see here, we had decided to bolt up on these accounts here. And, we're looking for some tremendous money coming back from over there, hundreds of dollars a day at that 63% a month. And so you probably wonder, how do I feel about this project right now? Well, I could be mad. I could kick up a fuss. But hey, kick me later or call me wrong, but I trust them. Like, call me whatever. Maybe I'm dumb. Maybe they'll rug pull. Maybe they'll scam. But I do trust AAS. I don't think they're going anywhere. Now, I don't think that's built on because I got a lot of money invested in AAS. That has nothing to do with anything. But I do think that they're very, very transparent and that they will be back online and that they will be printing money again. Now, I advise you, if you're an AAS, jump on the call tomorrow. Justin Michael is doing a public call on Facebook, YouTube, Zoom. They have a link tree so that you can get connected and see all that stuff. But if you have money invested in Afrique, I think it's a call that you should want to be on, or at least go back and catch the recap. But I'm still 2 thumbs up for Afrique, even with the 30-day pause. I'll be standing right here when the 30 days is up, back to printing money anyway. That's where I'm at with Afrique. Coin Market Bull, folks. I've been in Coin Market Bull. I think this is where we just crossed over to January. Actually, let's open up for questions. I think this is a good segue for questions. Let's unmute and let's talk about these projects up to Afrique at this point. Anybody with questions?
Yes,
Terrence,
I do.
Yes. Yep.
Um,
Yep. Go right ahead.
okay, so I have a question for Africa arbitrage.
Okay.
30 days, 30 days from when? When did it start, the issue?
So the issue started 4 days ago on April 9th. The timers stopped freezing. People couldn't log into the system. People couldn't make deposits. People couldn't withdraw. And then they came online they came out and said a day or two later that the system would be down for up to 30 days. But we just got that message 2 days ago, 3 days ago now.
Okay, so 30 days from 3 days ago. So April 9th is when it started, so May 9th, I guess, 30
Yep.
days. Okay, okay.
Mhm.
And when it's done, how are we going to know? Like, how will we know?
Well, you have to follow their social media. So
Okay.
Afri Queen is who I follow. She keeps me up to date. So I just follow Afri Queen. And to be quite honestly, man, so I'm not going to sure how you guys going to take this, but our community is getting so large. And then with our Telegram channel being set up with different individual subgroups, I get the news from members. Like members that are in the
Oh,
projects, they usually are giving updates and posting things and admins. But I personally follow Afri Queen's channel and keep up to date with that stuff on her channel.
Afri Queen. Okay, I'll
Yep.
check her out. This is the
Yep.
first I'm hearing of this. Okay, thank
Yep.
you.
Yep. You're welcome.
Terrence, quick question about Vortic United.
Sure.
What token on what chain do they accept? And on what are you averaging? I know there might be different plans, but what's kind of the average on the returns or the percentage?
So you can deposit Bitcoin or USDT. I believe ERC20 or TRC20. I believe those are the 3 deposit options. The minimal investment is $50. And on that $50 plan, you make 4% a week. And then the next plan up is 2,500. You make 5% a week. And then I believe the next plan after that is 10,000 and you make 6% a week. And then they have a $5,000 plan and it's 9% a week. However, don't take that plan. Most people don't take it because all of your capital is locked up for that whole time period. Now, every one of their plans, there's a lockup period between 32 weeks to 52 weeks, just depending on the plan. But at the end of the plan, you do get back 80% of your seed capital.
Thanks. Great explanation. I appreciate it.
Yep, you're welcome. Good question. Any other questions about the early part of the list?
Thank
Yes.
you, this is Sandra.
Yes, Sandra.
You mentioned the investment for funds. Was that 125?
So for funds specifically, they have 2 different membership options. One is the $10 silver, the other is the $30 gold. Now, the reason for the difference in the memberships is the $10 membership is for non-team builders. If you don't plan to refer anybody, if you plan to build a team, then it's suggested that you take the $30 monthly membership because it adds more benefits for team builders. That's the only difference. Now, the minimal investment for funds is just $100, but you do need to pay for your monthly membership subscription in advance. And you can buy it at 1 month at a time, 3 months at a time, 6 months at a time, or pay for a full year in advance.
Terrific. Thank you.
You're welcome. Any other questions?
Yes, I have a question. This is about, I don't know if I'm pronouncing it right. Is it ARK, A-R-K?
Yes, yes. ARK Finance. Yep, ARK for short.
ARK Finance. Okay. How long have you been in it? I don't know if I caught on to that.
I didn't say, great question. So ARK, I have been in it from the public pre-launch, which was in November. And so they had a public pre-launch where if you bought in early, you would be able to get some discounted tokens at that point, which I did. And I got 4 wallets at that time, maybe spent about $1,500 or so, and did videos and all that stuff. And then I did ARK-FI for till like January. Well, no, I'm sorry. It publicly launched in December. I did videos on it until like February. And then I had already ROI'd out of all of those wallets in just that 2.5, 3 months. So I got all that 1,500 back. And then honestly, it made me a believer. And then so what I did was I wound up jumping in their Telegram channel. And then from their Telegram channel, I had connected with the owners and the developers. So the owners, and I know this is more than what you asked me, but I figure a great segue
No,
to tell you about it.
amazing. Yeah.
Okay. Yep. So the owner is Atlas, and then they have developers and team members, one Brett, and then one also Brad, that I've had a pleasure of doing a lot of communication with them. They are the only that I know of in this space project that has a public AMA every night. So every night you can catch the owner of the project, you can catch developers of the project every night, every day. And you can ask questions, you can get help. And so ARK-FI to me is the cream of the crop in projects, and I've been saying it for months. And then once I had a chance to connect with the ownership, now remind you, this is after I already ROI'd. I never knew who they were. Didn't know they knew who I was, but when I got in the Telegram channel one night, they was like, "Hey, Terrence, we're a fan of yours." And I'm like, "Whoa!" It blew me away. Like, you're a fan
Wow.
of mine. And so I'm like, man, that was a humbling experience. And then they've asked me to come in and present a number of times, and I plan to do some more future work with them in the future with their educational process. They're coming out with a mobile app that I believe should be done by this month, by the end of this month. They're transparent, all the details, all the data. There's no back office or dashboard that's anything similar like ARK, and it pays up to 2% a day. And so when you look at projects in this space that pay 2% a day, let's start there. ARK is one that has been here since last year. And the other one is C12, which pays 3% plus per day. That's been around since last year. Now, when I look around, I don't know any other projects in the space. Well, let's take AAS. They started January 1st, but there's no other projects in the space that I know of that's been paying 2% a day. So ARK is phenomenal, in my personal opinion.
Got you. And it's ARKfunds, right? .com.
Well, actually, it's ARK-FI, and you will need a MetaMask wallet or a MetaMask or Trust wallet to connect through Web3. But if you go to arkfi.io, so ARKFI.io, that'll pull it all up. And if you need a link or whatever, just get with me after the video. I'm gonna put my number in the chat here for anybody, and any links you need, just shoot me a text and I will send you the links. And there's that. And then I'll put my email in here if you're not a texter. You can email me, because some people say, I don't text. All right, cool. Here's an email. And you don't want to text me or email me, just call me. All right.
Gotcha. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Hey, Terrence, for
Sure.
ARK-FI, do you compound or do you withdraw daily, or what is your strategy on that?
So right now for this month, my strategy for this space, just so you know, for the month of April, I am pulling down every dollar from every project that I can, and I'm taking it to the MMM private club. So my strategy this month is different than most months. But every single day, well, every day that I can get in, I go by every project and I pull down. Now, my normal strategy for ARK is compound 3 wallets, because I have 17 or 14, I'm sorry. compound 3 wallets because I want to max those 3 wallets out. And then the other ones I pull down just so that I'm pulling some earnings back, right? But ARK-FI is one of the few platforms that want you to withdraw. So everybody's set up either on a 50-50 compound withdrawal strategy or 60-40 compound withdrawal strategy from the beginning. So if you just follow their strategy, you're going to get all of your initial investment back over 2.5 or 3 months, and then be playing with house money forever, building out to a phenomenal wallet that pays you up to 2% a day. It doesn't get much better than that.
Okay. And they pay out in ARK-FI tokens, or is it
They do.
BNB or
They pay out in ARK-FI tokens, which is on the Binance Smart Chain.
Binance Smart Chain? Okay. Okay, got it. Thank you.
You're welcome. Great questions.
I got a question, Mr. Turret.
Yes.
Can you say something about that 12%? That's what I'm interested in.
Okay. Yep. So that is coming in the second half of the project, which we're just
Oh,
a
I'm
couple
sorry.
projects away. No, great question. Great question. It is coming. I'm doing my full list. I stopped at January 1st. So everything we covered, folks, I've been in since last year, with the exception of AAS that started January 1st. But I was looking at it since last year anyway. So
Rodriguez here.
hey, how you doing,
What
brother?
happens? What happens when ARK-FI fills out completely, or do you know?
What do you mean fill out completely? Max wallet, or you mean too many
Max
investors?
wallet.
Oh, so once you hit max wallet, then you just can't earn any more interest. But max wallet's like $500,000. And so you'll get paid that $500,000 back to you up to 2% per day. So now the taxes will kick in, is going to drop down to 1% at some point, and your fees and all that stuff go up. But when you're talking about $500,000 that you compounded to and withdrew your money to, and then I don't really care what the taxes and penalties are at that point, because I'm pulling down $5,000-$10,000 a day. I don't care. Just give me my $5,000-$10,000 a day. So that's what happens at max wallet. You just can't earn anymore. It's also the reason why I have multiple wallets, because I do believe in the longevity of it. And so I don't want to look up 6 months or a year later and be like, man, I should have opened more wallets 6 months or a year ago, because that's the way I felt after the first 3 months. Like, man, I should have opened up 15 wallets from the beginning,
I see. But you can't. So, those taxes kick in. So it isn't just a fact that it doesn't build up anymore. You just have to withdraw all the money straight up.
Yeah,
where that 2% just comes home.
Yeah. Yeah. That's what you want, though.
Yeah.
Some people have different strategies where they just take it along the way and not worried about making it the max wallet. And if you look at the strategies and you take it along the way, then you pay less tax. But if you just want to compound, part of that strategy for the taxes is to stop whales from coming in, max wallet, and crashing the system. And then here's the little guy that comes with $100 a year later trying to get in a good project and can't get paid because some whale came and, maxed out and cashed out. And so they have all the mechanisms in place to stop that. And yes, it seems like, oh yeah, you're taxing me, but this tax is necessary to keep whales from just destroying the contract in the first place.
Yeah.
So really it's well prevention measures. So
Okay, so the split wallet is sort of a means of quasi countering that.
yes, definitely. They learn from other platforms that have failed.
And one thing that I may want to see, what I say max account size, with some of these other programs that are coming up as you introduce them, if you know the information on that.
Yes.
Because that's the piece of data I'm trying to fill out my my little table there with.
Okay, cool. Yeah, we can take a look at it for sure, brother.
Terrence, quick question. Where do you catch the daily AMAs for ARK-FI?
They're in the Telegram channel. So they're in the ARK-FI Telegram channel every day. I think it's about 4 o'clock. It used to be 6 o'clock. I think they changed it to 4 o'clock now.
Thanks.
Yep. Any other questions about the first half of the list? Okay, cool. Let's get into the more common stuff or more newer stuff or whatever you want to call it. Let me share my screen here. And then, so boom, we are going back to the spreadsheet, and we had stopped right here at Afrique JM arbitrage. So now we're at CoinMarketBull. So CoinMarketBull is in my top 10 projects. They pay 1.2 to 1.8% per day. I think it's phenomenal. They got the contract with Binance. They got the contract with a Coinbase. The bot does future trading, and it can short sell. So phenomenal to me. And it's been printing. I've been in it since January. It's been going a few months. Before then, it'll be my next 10,000 plus platform. So I do like CoinMarketBull a lot. I'm gonna be honest with y'all on these RS Holdings and Palm Alliance. I be getting reports from certain people saying they're working, certain people saying there ain't. But I only put 500 in one and $3 in the, I mean 300 in the other. And so I kind of just, pull about once a month. So I really don't know. And once I stop at the end of this, if somebody has some information about that different story, let me know. All right. And then C12. So somebody wanted to know about C12. So let me just go ahead and open up C12 real quick so we can just take a peek at C12. All right. C12 is a phenomenal project in my personal opinion. And part of it is because so far, so good. They've done everything that they said that they were going to do, which I think is phenomenal. And they've been doing it for a while, folks. So regardless of how long this thing is going to last, they've been doing it, and they've been doing it for a while. Now, let me get to, where's my C12 browser at real quick? Why is it showing my screen? Oh, let me pull C12 up real quick here. And then I should be able to share this here. Let's do share screen. Oh, there we go. Okay, cool. So we're going to do a really quick overview on C12 because we know a lot of people in it. And also, folks, I just crossed. This is my first project that I crossed $1 million in team building. So let me get down here and show this real quick, which is a crazy, phenomenal thing because here it is right here, just so you want to know. I just crossed that $1 million marker with 700 people on my team. That's an accomplishment in this space, folks. That means that I didn't just choose, but 700 people chose to the tune of $1 million coming through there. And so I'm number 2 in their particular company for team building. And then big ups to my upline recruiter, which is Ivory Star right here. He brought me in this phenomenal project. He also brought me in Vortic and a number of other projects as well. But the C12 is done is great right here, right? So we are running this. And then folks, if you want to know if C12 is paying, take a look. I'm the 3rd highest paid guy in the company. Maybe you like it, maybe you don't. Guess what? If you don't like it, I don't care. And if you do like it, let's go and get it. However, I'm the 3rd highest paid guy in the company at $35,000. I've been in it for not even 3 months. I've been in it for 2.5 months, built $1 million squad, and been paid $35,000, right? And then you can see people getting paid. This is somebody on my team right here getting paid. This is me right here. So, right, team building side, right? And then here's that network built, right, folks? There's that $1 million right there across that mark, which is phenomenal. Now, why is so many people interested in C12? I'm going to tell you. Because you can earn 12% daily for 12 business days. Now, I know you like, man, that's crazy. That seems too good to be true if you don't know about C12, but you can earn 12% daily for 12 business days. Now, folks, let me make it simple for you. You do not get your money back at the end. So don't ask me, do you get your money back too? Well, when they give you 12% a day, that is your money back. If you take the numbers and look at 12% a day, in 8 days, you got all your money back. The last 4 days is where you make the profit. So once again, it's 12% for 12 business days. What that mean? No weekends, Saturday, Sunday. Don't ask me if you're getting a calculation on the weekend. No, it's Monday through Friday, business days only. And so what does that look like? That means that you get 144% return in less than 3 weeks. 144%. Now, that may be just a little slightly misleading because you don't get your capital back, but let's break it down. You make 44% in 3 weeks, folks. That's phenomenal. And it ain't even 3 weeks, it's 2 weeks and 2 days, right? And then, folks, they have a nice little calculator over here. So you can come in and calculate this. Look, this thing has been online for 153 days. When I got in it, it was 60 days old. 60 days old, or maybe it was 90 days old. I can't remember, somewhere in that range, but I've been in it since January 28th. That was the day I think I started. So 153 days online. This thing has been completely obliterating the competition. And I'm not trying to pump it and sell it to you folks. I'm just telling you the facts that this thing has been cranking out and grinding, right? And then you probably want to know they got certificate of incorporation. They're based out of Hong Kong, right? And then the website is super dope when you really take a look at it. They spent some time and some money on it. And then what do? The main activity of Carnelian 12 is trading digital assets. To achieve the best results, their traders prefer short positions, performing with automatic tools and powerful compounding algorithms that can provide rapid profits in seconds. Artificial intelligence trading systems and human strategies are jointly used in C12 high-frequency trading. NFTs, which have given new life to cryptocurrencies by combining art value collection, digital technology has also triggered smart upgrades in your yielding mechanism. Such proprietary tools help to stay on top of the online investment market. And so you want to figure out how much you're going to make, come and put it over here, folks. Just put it in the calculators right here on the website, right? Minimum investment is $12. You can withdraw $1. Minimal investment is $12. So you want to see, come over, put it in the calculator. You start with $12, you make $1.44 a day. You're going to get all this at 12% a day is $17.28. You happy with that? You put in $5,000. You get $600 a day for 12 days. After 8 days, you got all your money back, right? Now, I'm going to tell you, this is where most people stop at, where they about 7,500. $74.99, because if you withdraw under $300, here's a pro tip. You withdraw $300, you get it in 24 hours. $300, 24 hours. And now I know you see it's 900 a day, but you can do 3 withdrawals per day, or 3 withdrawals can be pending at the same time. So you do a $7,500 investment, it's 900 a day. You do 3 withdrawals at $299.99 each. You get your money every 24 hours. Okay. That's a pro tip for you for C12. And then folks, very simple to get started. They take Bitcoin, they take Tron USDT, or they take Tron. All right. Now, I'm going to stop and open up for questions on this one because somebody specifically hollered out, hey, when you're going to do this one? And I know some other people want to call about C12. Let's open up for C12 questions before I go to the next project.
Yeah. The structure on C12 is actually what I would call a business loan, where essentially you are the bank and you are essentially what you're depositing is essentially a loan. And what they're paying back is principal and interest over the 12-day period.
Correct. Correct.
That's a better way to describe, I think, what they're doing than the way I've been hearing it from you up to this point.
Yes.
Just other people might have difficulty understanding loan structure, but it's a good thing to teach people anyway. So just keep an eye on that.
Good stuff. Good stuff. Any other C12 questions or clarification before we move forward?
Yeah, Terrence, I got a quick question.
Sure.
Thanks. I got into this project because of you. Thanks for that. That's a good one too.
You're welcome,
quick
sir.
question. I've always wondered, so when you deposit like USDT, that's stable, so you know the price doesn't fluctuate. But say like you're depositing Bitcoin and the price fluctuates, how do you get your return back that it's like 144%? I've always kind of wondered, how does that work with the price fluctuation of Bitcoin?
Well, when they send you Bitcoin, it's going to be at Bitcoin's current price. So if you decide not to convert Bitcoin, then you'll have the fluctuation in Bitcoin. But as soon as it hits your wallet, it's going to be in the dollars that they released it at. Now, only way that would drop considerably or raise considerably is by the time if you get to your wallet and Bitcoin had a big spike or drop. Yes, but generally it doesn't move quite that fast. And if it moves, generally over 6 to 12% at a time, that's more like a flash and it's probably going to come back up over a little course of time. That answers your question for you.
Okay, thanks. That makes sense. I just kind of wondered how that worked. Okay.
Yep. Good question. Anyone else? C12. Okay, cool. Let's get back to the sheet then. All right. So we just looked
Yes.
at, oh, go ahead. Go ahead and ask. Go ahead and ask.
Yes. So I wanted to ask someone like you who has already done massive achievement on C12, what is your technique?
You
What
say
is
what
your
now? What was that question again?
I'm saying so. You said that you recently just said that you have made massive progress on C12 accomplishment. So I wanted to ask you, what is your strategy and what is your technique that got you that result? How did you do it?
Well, so you got to realize that C12, man, that was different because I wasn't even planning on um um I wasn't even planning on pumping that program. And I still haven't pumped it, even though it's doing so phenomenal for me. I've shared that less over the months than most projects that I've done, you know, lesson, period. I've shared ARK-FI. When I look back through my stuff, I share ARK-FI so much. It's a wonder I only got like 100 people on my team. But in the same token, C12, the people chose C12. When I first got in it, I thought it was too good to be true. But I misunderstood it too. I said, oh, it's 12% a day. That's not going to last, but hey, I'm going to gamble and try it. Right. But then when I understood that you don't get your initial investment back, and I said, oh, this is a little more realistic. It's still the highest paying program in the space, which is a lot to weigh up to. But in the same token, it's been paying, man. And like I said, I don't know how long it's going to last. I hope 12 business days every time, at least 12 business days, as long as I got money in there. But who knows though? I hope at least another 12 business days. But this space is come and go, man. So you get your money, you reduce your position, you play with house capital just in case they don't have another 12 business days.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
Yes.
It's the second strongest program on my chart, assuming VNLOOK hasn't died.
Okay.
And ARK-FI not far behind. So
Okay.
it's very, very strong.
Very strong. Very strong. Any other C12ers?
Yes, I
Terrence.
have a question.
Oh.
Yep, go right
ahead.
ahead. Go ladies first.
Yeah, exactly.
So C12, all of this is all new for me. So if I'm asking a question, please forgive me.
1000%, no dumb question. Somebody else probably wants to ask it as well too.
All right. So I heard you say something that you don't get your initial investment back.
Mhm.
So
Yep.
that being said, are there any other regulations or I don't know, rules? Can I leave as long as I want, or can I cash out at a time period?
Yeah, so think about it like this. If you put in $100, with them paying you 12% a day, they're going to pay you $12 for 12 business days. Now, you have the opportunity to take your money every day. Now, if you don't take it, it's just going to sit there. But if you want to reinvest it, you have to withdraw it and send it back in. So really very simple from that aspect. And if you do send more money back in, then every time you send in at least $12, because 12 is the minimum, then that starts another 12-day cycle for that money. Does that make sense?
I got you. Okay, but you can reinvest it back in
Every day,
every time.
as
every
often
day.
as you want. You can send 10 deposits in the next 10 minutes.
But does
You
that
can,
reset it? Does
well,
it reset it?
Yep.
No, it adds to it.
Each deposit is independently timestamped. And so if you sent, let's just say for easy math, you sent 10 $100 payments. Each $100 payment is timestamped, but you still get 12% on each one while they still have 12 business days left. But let's say you send 100 today, then that 100 has 12 business days. Then you send 100 tomorrow. That new 100 has 12 business days, but the one from yesterday only got 11 business days to keep paying you. So
Oh,
every
I
deposit is timestamped for 12 business days.
got you. So you just add on to it, just like the other guy just said. So
Correct.
you're not taking away from the time either if you're adding.
No,
back whatever profits. Okay, got you.
no,
All right, thank you.
no. Great
So
question.
Terrence, this is Jay.
Yes, sir, Jay.
So
Yes, sir.
let me share my strategy with everybody.
Go right
So what
ahead.
I'm doing is, yeah. So what I'm doing on C12, I'm loving it. I'm taking out. I've been compounding. So now I'm taking out every time I get to 300 or whatever, I take out 299. I'm doing that like twice a day, like 7 in the morning, 8 at night. Then I take the daily money from Video Look, I add it to it, and I put it back in. So I'm constantly adding. So I have 11 right now. I have 11 active deposits.
There it
And as
is.
soon as I hit 299, I schedule it. It's out. But I
out.
put it right back in again because I'm trying to compound. I'm trying to get to 500 a day.
Wow.
There you go.
You know.
There you go.
Nice.
Yeah, so I started with $200, and I'm up to, and my active deposits now are 3,300.
Man,
And I've
there you
added-
go. There you go.
Wow.
Get them.
Wait a second. What do you mean? How did you do that?
Okay, I'll get ready to tell you. When I started, hold on, let me go to my statistics. So when I started,
Wow.
my deposits were 35, 166, 193. Then I did a 581 because it was on the weekend. So I had more money to put in from Video Look. Then I went, boom, boom, boom. And
Well,
now
hold
I'm
on.
Go ahead.
Yeah, before you run away with every deposit you made over the last
No, I'm not going to
60
say every
days.
one.
But
No,
listen,
no,
but
no,
listen. No, but the grand scheme of things is you've been reinvesting your profits,
right.
not
And
only from
now my-
C12, but also from other projects adding on.
Yes.
And now
Yes.
at this point, he's at a total of 3,300 by compounding and pulling money from other places.
To add more to it, so
Correct.
that every time, so I don't care when it is, as long as I'm awake, when it schedules and I get to 299, I schedule it to come out, but I'm putting it right back in, either adding more to it or just putting it back in. Because the more you, I'm up. Woo!
Yeah,
I'm loving
good
it.
job. Good job, sir. Excellent.
Sir.
Okay.
All right. Yes.
Man,
get your own cat.
I'm sorry.
Question for Jay.
Yes,
Hold
sir.
on.
Are you planning?
Hold on though. Before you go to Jay, we got other people that want to talk, and we got to be respectful. It's 40 people on the call, so 2 people cannot dominate the conversation. Okay, so let's be fair. Give other people a chance to answer questions. The C12 strategy is great. Email somebody, tell them specifically, but we're trying to conduct a call, not with 2 people talking. Okay,
That's fine, and I'll be here at the end.
thank you. All right. Any other questions about C12? That somebody needs answered before we move forward from C12. Okay, perfect. All right, cool. So we're going to get back to the sheet here, and we're going to pull this up. All right, cool. So the next thing on the list here is Infinity Club rewards, which I don't think they're issuing anything in the United States still. Somebody correct me if I'm wrong. They're still doing international. And then you have Ultimo, which folks, you know that I love Ultimo. If you don't know, I call Ultimo my savior in this space. And I'm not blaspheming, and you know where my belief system is. And if you don't know, then you should know. But as far as in this crypto space, Ultimo has been very powerful for me. And so I'm going to show you just a little bit about Ultimo before we get going. Ultimo is a Visa debit card that is offshore. So it is offshore Visa debit card. And offshore means that the bank, the United States government doesn't know about it. You can send Bitcoin to it. You can send USD to it. You can send in money from your bank account to it. And then you can store crypto there, and you can easily swap crypto out, and the United States government will never know about it. Very simple to get set up. It's $600 to get the card. It comes loaded with $150 on it, but you can spend the capital anywhere. It has no limit on what you can spend, and then you can take up to $20,000 out of the ATM every single day. So very phenomenal on the card. I will leave my link in the description. I have done videos on this as well too. So you can check out Ultimo. All right. Next thing on the list is Speakeasy. I'm gonna pull up Speakeasy just so you guys get a little bit of idea about Speakeasy. And I've been in the project once again since like the pre-launch of Speakeasy. And it's a very simple project, and I'm gonna share it with you. But once again, you do need a MetaMask wallet to connect. And it's very simple, right? You connect through the MetaMask wallet. Anyone can be a guest of Speakeasy. Simply deposit BNB and earn 25% daily rewards. So maybe 25%, or excuse me, 0.25% is not enough for you, but 0.25% daily is not that bad just to earn some passive rewards. Now, if you want to earn more in this particular project, then you have to purchase a membership key card NFT, which gives you another 0.25% boost. And then so once you make that purchase, it gives you a 0.5% per day. Not bad, right? 3.5% a week. Very good project. And then the gold MKC provides a 0.5% boost, taking you up to 0.75%. Now, when you buy these NFTs, they're not something that are work like most other NFTs. What they do is they give you extra percentage points, and then you can earn up to 1.5% per day. So very easy. You do it once a week. It runs on a 168-hour timer. You buy the NFTs. They have different NFTs at different times for you to choose from, which always boost how much you get paid. And it pays up to 1.5% per day, depending on which NFTs that you wind up with. Vitalook, folks, you know, Vitalook is pumping. It's crazy. It's that 3% a day. I love it. You know, I've ROI'd out of Vitalook. I've been in it since February 26th. So I've killed it on the Vitalook side of things, right? And that's 3% a day for watching ads, folks. It's one of the easiest projects to make money on. 3% a day for watching ads. And the commissions is crazy, folks. And, you know, you guys seen, you know, there's some YouTubers is pumping this video every day, or not every day, but all the time. And for good reason, it's paying, and the passive commissions are great. I'm doing 600 a day in commissions. So I want you to hear me. 600 a day in commissions from Vitalook. And so I don't care if you want to build a team or not, it still pays 3% a day. And so no matter what you invest, you get all of your money back in 33 days. Whether you do the $50 package, the $150, the $500, or the $1,500 package, or all four, you get all of your money back in 33 days. And so whether you got the 2X package, the 3X package, the 4X package, or the 5X package, you get 3% per day on every package until you 2X, 3X, 4X, or 5X. But very great project. I like it right now. I think the payments have slowed down. So I know a number of people hit me up, if you're on Vitalook already, asking me about the payments slowing down or whatnot. So I heard that they're taking between 12 to 36 hours on the payments now, where they used to be 30 minutes. I'm not sure, but they posted something in the chat, but check it out. But so far, so good. It's still paying. All right. And then now let's take a look at a couple more things. Believe it or not, we are working down this list here. And then so let's take a look. All right, Fintosh. I should share Fintosh for y'all. Do I got my other phone here with Fintosh on it? If so, I'm gonna jump on the Zoom real quick and share my Fintosh with y'all. Well, you know what? I'm gonna just do a new video update on Fintosh. But it's a phenomenal app. It pays 1% a day, 7 days a week. So I was the first person in America, YouTuber that is, to do a video on it. But I've been in it for now well over a month, and it's been nothing but paying 1% a day. You do have to download it on your cell phone to use it. Same thing with Vitalook. You must get set up on a cell phone, but now Vitalook you can play on the computer after that. Maxit Partners. I'm gonna pull this up real quick for y'all. I'm gonna show y'all something. And then now y'all know, I think y'all know, that I've been doing Maxit Partners. And And then let me log in here. Let me log in here. This is important what I'm about to share with y'all. So I'm logging into Maxit Partners right now. And I'm gonna show y'all how I truly get down in this space. And let's see here. Let me see this but here we go. Let me see. Oh, that's the wrong code. Sorry. Okay. And then let me share my screen. I want to make sure y'all seeing this right now. This is important, what I got to say about Maxit, right? Okay. So Maxit Partners, right? Y'all know this was a sponsored video to start out, right? And you know my records with sponsored videos are not the best, right? And it used to be 50-50, then it went to, 40%, then 20%. And then now I believe Maxit Partners is the last of my sponsored videos after AI Lease left off. And then folks, I'm always honest with y'all. They reached out to me. They wanted to do a partnership. They wanted to go deeper. They wanted to do something long-term with me. So they gave me some capital to put in here. I put some capital in here as well too. And we made a huge deposit, which the majority of that was their capital. And also, folks, they offered me a long-term partnership to promote this project long-term, right? So they racked me out up front and all that stuff. I'm just being fully transparent with you to do videos for 90 days. So if you're committing to 90 days of videos, I feel like you're real, right? At least you want to make it 90 days, right? Now, folks, if you remember, this particular project had 3 plans. They paid 3% a month, 4% a month, and like 3% a month per month. Okay. Nobody was interested in these projects, right? Now, mind you, they've given me a 3-month contract to run with this marketing team long term, right? And then they messaged me the other day and said, hey, look, we changed the projects, we changed the numbers on it. We're paying more now, go ahead and tell all your people, blah, blah, blah. And then I'm gonna just be honest with you folks, I start thinking, ding, 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 ding. What type of scam is this? Listen, I'm all about promoting good projects, right? And the 3% and 4%, that seems like who's doing 3% and like scamming people for 3%? Like, it's just not happening like that per month, right? And then they were supposedly had an office in New York, right? So let me show you this. Oh, and then look, I don't know if you've seen this, right? Look what they changed the plans to. I don't even know if I showed you that. I got to get back here. Let me pull this back up. Let me pull this back up. Let me share my screen. Okay, let me close this out. I got to show you this. This is crazy, folks. And then so they went from 3% in this plan, or 2 or 3% a month, or like 3 or 4% a month here, and like 3% here, to 27% a month, 38% a month, 55% a month. So you go from doing 4% a month to 27%, 38, and 55. I call it a scam. So I'm publicly calling Maxit a scam at this point. They paid me a lot of money to be able to do these videos. And like I said, I felt comfortable at 3%. And then let me show you another problem with the particular thing so that you know. And then I called them out on this today, right? And not that somebody hadn't mentioned this to me before. Let me show you this. So they say, oh, they changed it. This used to say, this just said New York, New York today. So this said World Trade Center, New York, New York. I asked the guys in the beginning, were they there? Now they come back and tell me the office is gone. They opening these new offices. So folks, I'm telling you right now, face to face, I'm calling it a scam. So I'm gonna return the guys' money that they paid me. I'm done with Maxit Partners, but I just wanted you to know that with the current conditions of changing these plans ridiculously, and here's this fake New York office that you said you had, you won't get on a Zoom with me. I'm calling it a scam. So just want to publicly recognize that. Not that they haven't taken anybody's money. Smells too fishy, too good to be true. So my partnership, my promotion, my marketing, whatever the heck that I was supposed to be doing with them, done. So I'm just making that official so that you guys know that. All right, cool. So let's look at the other things here on the list. I can't talk about that project. MGM Club. All right, another project I've been in this year. It pays up to 15% a month, 10 to 15%. Most people don't jump on projects paying 10 to 15% a month. That's probably why you're not in it. I do like it. I think those numbers are sustainable for smaller projects. So I do like that particular project, but it is a private investment club where they're doing some form of trading. Once again, here's another 10% or mainnet. I've been in mainnet for over a month. Nobody wants to get in it. Why? Because it only pays up to 15% a month. You start telling people up to 15% a month when they know they can make almost 15% a week and see 12 in some of these other projects. It's not very interesting to a lot of people. Then you have Big Well. Big Well's another project I've been in for well over a month. It's printing. It pays between 0.8% a day and 2% a day, depending on how much you put in. And it is on, you do need a MetaMask or some form of Web3 wallet. Fortune Miners, one of the projects I'm beginning to fall in love with. Let me close this stuff down right here. Fortune Miners, one of the projects that I'm beginning to fall in love with. Very much, I like it a lot. It pays 3.3% a day. You do need a MetaMask wallet. They have anti-well measures in place to keep people from crashing the contract. So it is something that you can think about and take a look at if you are interested in doing that. And then the Tavis verse is a new project I got in. I'll be doing a video bringing some more information about that. Obviously, the MMM private club. I wanted to show y'all my dashboard too. So we still got 37 people on here. I'm going to show y'all my dashboard because if you know the MMM private club, I was keeping track of all of this stuff by hand to begin with. And I was not going to create a user interface for this particular platform, but I decided to anyway. And we've been cranking it. We've been killing it. I'm going to show you real quick here just so you folks can see. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Where is this at? Oh, let me pull this up. Okay, here we go. Share screen. Here we go. All right. So the user interface, this is what the user interface looks like. And you can't get signed up without having a referral link, so don't even try it. And then so we do have two-factor authentication. And let me get in here right now. Close this. And we are going to get in two-factor authentication on every single account. Now, folks, I'm not taking live deposits through the contract right now at this particular point. But I want to show you what my dashboard looks like. If any of you are an ARK, it is ARK heavily inspired, right? And here's what the dashboard looks like. And then so your referral links you can grab right here, username, account balance, total earnings. This is my account, folks, is my 150K in my platform. And it's paying at 3.5% per day. And then so this is what it looks like once I made my deposit and got that there. Total deposits, active deposits, total withdrawal. Here's the market widget right here, folks, where you can check out the different stocks. You can come over here and make a deposit easily, even though I'll have you send it directly to me, directly through here. But excuse me, I'll have you send it directly to me. And then we have these 7 different plans, 1.2% daily, 2,500 to 49.99. 1.4 is 5,000 to 99.99 daily. 1.7 on this plan right here, 10,000 to 24.99. Then the $25,000 plan gives you 2.2% a day, 2.5% a day at the 50K. Then you got 3% a day at the 100K, and then you got 3.5% a day at 150K. And folks, I take every cryptocurrency in the world. All you got to do is hit me up. Let me know how much you want to start with. But I did want to show you folks the back office of my particular private investment. And y'all can get with me on it, though. We crank it. Get your referral link out. All right, folks, we made it through a list of videos already today. Let's open up for questions for the second half. And then whatever, let's open up for questions. That's everything. And we can go back anywhere in the list now that I'm done with everything I wanted to show.
I just,
I,
hello?
go ahead. Yeah, go ahead. I'm sorry.
I just ran the numbers on the updated Maxit data. It's not as impressive as you might want to think. We're talking about on a per month basis.
Mhm.
And as you know, with my way I do things is I calculate everything on the effective weekly percentage yield.
Mhm.
So at the low end, Maxit is it said 27% a month. That's about 5.67% a week. At the high end, it's 10.64. So sort of straddling Fintosh.
Yeah,
So-
well, the thing is, I get the numbers, but I think you're missing the point that I tell you, I think it's a scam, regardless of what numbers they say. They could have said any magical numbers you want to come up with, but I'm telling you, it don't matter what number they come up with. You can't go from 3% to having this 30% all of a sudden. And then you can't go from having a New York office to here 2 hours later, you got some new offices coming soon because I called you out on it. You know, that's scam. Now, if you
Yep.
want to put the numbers in your chart and try that 750 plan for that 33% a month, let me know. They might like it. Let me know.
You know, I completely understand you. What I'm saying is like put the data in perspective. You're
Okay,
probably-
man.
What I thought Maxit was essentially a competitor to Ultimo with benefits, sort of like a bank, an ATM card. But from what I'm hearing now, they're trying to actually be an investment as well. Yeah, you're probably right. This might be fishy.
Yeah, trust me. Yeah, I talked to enough people that this smells scam.
Yep. All right.
Terrence,
Yes,
I
sir.
want to know, how do I add more funds to my account that I already have established
To which one? I'm sorry. For which project? I'm sorry.
for your private MMM?
Oh yeah, just shoot me a text or email, whatever, with how much you want to get started with crypto chain and network, and I'll send you a deposit address for that. And then obviously I'll get you a marked off invoice as well.
Okay,
2,500. Yep, 2,500 is the minimal top up. It doesn't have to be the 2,750, but just 2,500 is the minimal top up.
Okay, got you.
Okay.
Just one other question. So couldn't come in with like 1,500, or you have to come in with another 2,500?
Yep, 2,500 is the minimal top up level. Yes, sir.
Okay, and if I get in tonight, I'd get paid tomorrow?
If you get in tonight, it depends on when you get it to me tonight. But I'll
Okay.
put it in the system. But with the new system, it kind of calculates on its own because it pays by the day. So I don't want to guarantee you it's going to hit tomorrow, but it should calculate for you tomorrow.
Okay, great, thanks. That's all I
Yep,
need.
you're welcome. Thank you, Erwin. Erwin, I appreciate it.
Okay, thanks.
Hi Terrence, how you doing? So thank you for getting me into C12. I'm highly motivated with getting into your project. I do have the 2,500, except it's dispersed out through these other projects that you have me in.
Okay.
Now I was going off of one of your peers, one of my peers that's in this group, saying to invest, take the money out of other projects and put it in C12. The thing is, like, I'm invested with AAS, and that's going up and down. Not to give anybody a penny. I know it works and everything, but I really want to get invested into your project because I believe in it. So it's like I want to know like exactly how to go about it, because I do have the 2,500, but I just don't want to start with taking it all out and then put it in your project and then having like no investments anywhere else. So how can I go about it?
Yeah, well, I still always say be diversified, regardless. And I'm not downplaying 2,500, and in the beginning, I was only putting in 100 to 500 per project. And so it takes a point to build to that. So just wait till, you know, you are fully there, but don't take your whole diversification from the space, you know, even though it's my project, and I appreciate that, but you still want to be diversified. And then also just remember, we are having more projects coming with lower entry points. So it's not going to be like everything I'm associated with, it costs $2,500 to get involved with. It was just for this particular private project that we did it that way. So I would say keep doing what you're doing, bro. You in good projects, keep building up the money over there, play with the house money, and then you can just be putting a little something to the side. And then who knows, you might hit something and be like, boom, okay, here go 2,500. I still got bucks over here, bucks over here. Then you rocking. But otherwise, just hold tight. I got some other stuff coming with some lower entry levels. So, you know, you still be able to make great money without having to come up with 2,500 to get it done. So.
Okay, great.
Have there been any casualties recently?
Yeah, so on the casualty list, I don't even know if you got around Grismax, but Grismax lasted 24 hours. That's what made me stop doing sponsored videos. Just sick of it, man. I'm sick of it. And so Grismax done, and then AI Lease stopped paying. AI Lease finally stopped paying as well too. But that's it.
And Coinbot?
Oh, Coinbot's gone. Yeah, Coinbot is gone. That's been gone a couple weeks now, I think.
Terrence, quick question about Speakeasy.
Yes.
Speakeasy, it's like, so minimum is 0.25. Does that keep adding on to your balance every day? So say you got like 0.25 and then the next day it's like, is that cumulative?
No,
And
so
is
what
it
they
every day or is it business days?
so what they do is they give you just a week's rate. So I mean, excuse me, it is daily, but you can't withdraw it for a week. So once a week you can withdraw. They got a cool down timer, which I believe is 168 hours. And so that timer goes for 168 hours. Then you can either withdraw or compound after that 168 hours. So it's just a single daily computation of it. And you'll have the ability to compound or withdraw at the end of the week, similar to like my project.
Thanks. And I'm super excited about your project. All I think about is your project. I'm gonna keep accumulating them there. So that's like the goal. So that's thanks.
Thank you, sir. Yeah, I appreciate it, y'all. I mean, listen, I made 30,000 today, you know, so I don't have that opportunity nowhere else, and it feels good, you know, so I'm excited, and we running this thing all the way up.
Terrence?
Yes.
Hey, the Ultimo offshore banking you were talking about,
Yes, sir.
The crypto that you put in that, does it fluctuate with the market?
So they have two compartments. They have a Bitcoin. Well, they have three compartments. They got a Bitcoin department. And of course, if you send Bitcoin, that's going to go up and down. Then they also have an individual USDT department, which is stable and will not go up and down. And then lastly, they have a US dollar department, which obviously the US dollars are not going to go up and down. And then one thing I must mention too is they have it's so say you lose your debit card, people can't go in and spend all your Bitcoin, all your USDT or your US dollars unless you assign them to the debit card piece. So it's like you got three different savings accounts in the back, and then you only move over dollars when you want dollars on your card to be available. So I think it's phenomenal.
So the Bitcoin will fluctuate, is what you're saying?
Yes, sir. The Bitcoin will 1,000% fluctuate.
Wow. Okay, thanks.
Yep. But you can convert it too, just as a note. You can convert it into USDT, so you ain't got to worry about it swapping.
For your program, how far are we with that?
We are at $440,000 in investors so far. So $440,000 on the way to $1 million cap. 3 weeks, 4 days.
Okay, because I'm definitely getting in it.
Cool. Come on, let's get it.
Quick question about your program again, Terrence. Like, I know you have $1 million cap, but say once we're in and like we're trying to build to like, 6 figures as well and add, are we gonna still have that opportunity as being with you from the
Yes.
initial part?
Yep, good question. Yep, the $1 million cap just means I ain't taking no more investors, people. So it closes the door to new investors once we hit the $1 million cap. But any investors in can continue to increase their investment as long as it's at a $2,500 or more clip. And so, yeah, so I mean, and honestly, like if one investor just said, okay, Terrence, I'm giving you 600,000, and that closes the door and nobody else comes in. And then, but the people in, they can always add more capital. It just closes the door.
Hey, Terrence, how often can
Yes.
you withdraw on your project?
Every Monday.
Every Monday. Okay.
Yep. Every
Is
Monday.
Zayanis still around?
Zayanis, no. Zayanis lasted, what, 4 days? Was it?
Ugh,
Was it 4 days? Yeah,
Okay.
if 4 days, I can't even remember. That's what I'm saying. I'm sick. Like I don't have any sponsored projects left. I can't come tell y'all, oh, I'm 3 for 7 or I'm 2 for 6. I'm 0 for 0. And the only possible sponsored project I got left is this scam of Maxit Partners, in my personal opinion. And if they're not a scam, I'm sorry to call them a scam, but I ain't put no money in there, and I'm done doing videos for them. I might do one more video just calling them a scam. And post that tomorrow. That's it. And I'm done with it, man. Yes.
Just back to your program again. What is the
Yes.
reporting process?
Were you on when I showed my dashboard yet? Or did you miss that? I just showed
No,
the
I saw
dashboard.
it. I saw the dashboard there. Are we gonna
Yep.
all have access to that dashboard?
Oh yeah, that's that. Yeah, everybody on the squad right now has got access to it.
Okay.
Yeah,
Good.
everybody on the team right now has access to it.
Okay.
Yep. They own individual dashboard, be just like everything else. Log in, check your stats, use your referral link, all of that.
How do I send my money? I signed up, but how do I need to send the money? Do I do what's your process?
So you just let me know how much you want to get started with and the cryptocurrency of your choice. And then I will send you a deposit address at that time directly from me. And then you'll send it there and do the verification. And then I'll mark off your invoice as paid because I will send you a paid invoice. And then I'll give you access. I'll send you a link to sign up for this user interface here. And then add your deposit, then also add you to the private Telegram and private Facebook group with all the other investors.
Okay. Okay,
I have a
good.
question.
Yes.
So I remember in your one of your recent streams or videos, you said that you're no longer doing the 1 million mark, that you'll be less. Please, can you change it back to 1 million mark?
Yeah, we're going to keep it going to 1 million. I said that, and I like to be a man of my word. And so I really went back and thought about it like, well, if you close it before 1 million, you told people it was going to 1 million. And like, I don't really have no real logical reason to close it before 1 million, except for when I had to keep track of all this stuff by hand. And then so when I was, and we're still tracking it by hand, but the dashboard shows you your results. I don't have to email statements. The biggest thing was emailing statements and preparing statements, just to be honest. Out of all the tracking of information, that part was nothing until it came down to me individually emailing each person their statement. It took me like almost 8 hours one day. And I said, I can't do this. I'm gonna cut this thing off early. We just rock with who we got. But the fact that we have the user interface and people can see what's going on, that saves me a lot of time. So I'm okay with keeping it open until we get to the 1 million.
And then my next question is about the FinTouch. I don't think I ever heard a presentation about FinTouch from you. What does it do exactly?
So they're a lending protocol. And so basically what they do is they go out, they take your money, they lend it to somebody else, and then make more money off the money and then come back and give you 1% a day. And I mean, the reality is all of this stuff is liquidity protocols. Everything that you're staking money or giving up capital or crypto, whatever it is, they're giving you a return. That's all they're doing is going out and flipping the money, which is cool because we want other people to make money for us. So that's essentially what Fintosh is.
Wow. So basically they are doing what banks are doing, but except they're giving us some of the profit now.
Correct.
That's
Correct.
great.
Correct. Correct.
Wow. Okay. All right. Thank you.
Yep. Great question.
I have a question, Terrence.
Yes.
With your program, say I wanted to do more than one account. Is that possible? Like I can do one for me and one for my children?
You can do as many accounts as you like. And you can get the referral fee. There is a 5% referral fee. And so anybody that joins, as long as you come in with the $2,500 minimum, you can refer as many people as you want. You can self-refer yourself. I'm not doing no KYC. I'm not having nobody send no IDs. So you can start with one account for yourself, and then you can open up 10 more accounts for yourself under your own referral link. I don't care. Like, honestly, I'm not here to police that. And I'm the king of multiple accounts. And so I'm not even trying to police that. I don't even care. Yeah, so you can open up as many accounts as you would like, as long as they're at minimal 2,500, do as many as you would like.
Thank you.
Yes, sir.
Follow up on Fintosh?
I'm sorry.
Okay, go
One
ahead.
more.
What is that now?
Following up on Fintosh, what is their maximum account size, if you know?
I think it might be $1 million.
Okay.
Yep. I just put
And-
the I put the YouTube video in the link too, just for anybody that wants to see the recent YouTube video for Fintosh is in the link. I mean in the chat.
Yeah. Like I said earlier, I'm starting to track maximum account size now. So I may need the data for those, okay?
Yep, I'm 99% sure it's $1 million. I know I watched a lady do a live deposit of 100 grand, so it's at least 100 grand. She did a live deposit of 100 grand. Crazy.
So, okay. Now to include what you said about the extra wallets. So here's the technique. Okay, everyone can listen and apply this to themselves.
Yep, hold on now. Hold on.
Huh?
Extra wallets for what? What are we talking about here? I'm sorry.
For your project.
Okay, I'm with you. I just wanted to make sure I was on the same page with you. Okay, so now extra wallets. Now, what were you asking?
Okay, so for your project, so this is what I want. This is what I'm planning to do. I start with the minimum amount, and then it multiplies. I open the next wallet all the way to 36. Okay, 36 wallets, and then I use some of those wallets, and instead of using my own initial income, okay, to invest in other projects, I now use those extra wallets and do that instead of my own money after I've taken my initial out from your project. Do you allow that?
Yeah, you can have as many wallets as you want. So 36 wallets, $2,500, $90,000. Got some commission fees coming back on 87,500 of that, and you can do whatever you want.
And all of them will be trading at the same time.
Yeah, I'll be trading at the same time whenever you open them up.
Wow, I could become a millionaire real quick. Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
Well, there's two sides of that in there, Terrence, because having multiple accounts at a minimum, you know, you're earning the lower interest rate per account. Whereas if you combine them, you can get up to that 3.5 and really maximize it with compounding with one account can get you to $1 million much quicker.
Agreed. And you know, you guys, you know, I'm face off and mask off and keeping it real with you, you know, about all these projects, even including my own. Now, here's the real point. I'll take as many 2,500 accounts as I can. Because guess what? I'm paying 1.2% versus paying 3.5% if you came in with 150,000. So for me, from the business standpoint, which I'm a businessman, I'll take as many 2,500 accounts want to come in.
Well, the reason why I'm doing that is so that I don't put too much load on you because you have other people.
Now listen, they don't worry about the load on me. You put it in, do it however, whatever makes you happy. You know, do it which way makes you happy. But it's no load on me wherever that number is at, because no matter what, there's only so many people that can come in with 6-figure accounts before the door is closed. And so like if I get 5 people with 6-figure accounts tomorrow, then the door is closed. So half the people I'm paying at 3.5, the majority of the other half I'm paying at 1.2. You slice it in the middle somewhere, less than 2% a day, and it all works. It all works very, very well.
Now, when someone gives you Bitcoin, for instance, in their account, when they get ready to withdraw, do they have to withdraw Bitcoin, or can they pull any other coin?
You can send me whatever and I can pay you in whatever.
Okay.
Yes, good question.
Hey, Terrence, are the withdrawal requests on every Monday, is that automatic, or is that like, do we have to request that manually, or is it in the back office?
Yep, you can log into your account and request it. So just log into your back office, put in a withdrawal request. I'll come around manually on Monday and manually fill it. Because guys, I am the admin. So nobody else has the keys to the back office. Nobody does all of that. I'm the trader, the owner, the admin, the customer support. I'm all of that, right? And that's the way I want to do it for a number of different reasons. I just want to be able to understand it all. I want to know it all. I want to learn it all. And then at some point, if not even this project, but future projects, I want to know what's going on and how can you manage and oversee something unless you know what's going on, or at least you're paying somebody that you can trust to know what's going on. And at this point, I have neither nor. So I'm going to manage it and work through the bumps and bruises and know it, but it's just more information for a lot of stuff that I have planned for the future.
That's why we call you boss man. Thanks, sir.
Bless you, sir. Yeah, I just want to get it, man. I'm trying to level up. I'm taking more trading classes. You might feel like, well, you're a pro trader. Why are you taking trading classes? Because people got different strategies and options, and I want to add to the bag. I'm also taking some Python some Python programming classes that start mid-month. Why am I doing that? Because I'll be programming my own bots. You know what I'm saying? And like, there's more things that I want to do besides just jump in this platform and that platform. There's a lot of more building to do in this space. So that's where I'm at right now.
Yeah, another thing you might want those Python skills is maybe automating some of that back office stuff, like making those statements.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, well, I
And-
ain't gotta make them no more because everybody's got dashboard to see them. And you only need a statement if you don't have a dashboard to check it out per se. It's right there.
Understood. And another thing on classes, that Wealth 365 Summit starts Monday.
Yes, I got to check that out. Well, 365 Summit. Let me write this down. That was something I was interested in as well, too.
Yeah, very, very educational. Yes, there are people who sell secondary tools and education to go along with that, but I think you're savvy enough to be able to understand what might be worth your investment and what probably isn't.
Okay. Yes, I will check it out.
Hey, Mr. Pounds, I have a great idea to share with you regarding.
Yes. Okay, I'm waiting for it. What is it?
Yeah, so remember a few streams ago, I told you that you should try to come up with your own coin, right?
The pounds coin. I'll never forget.
Better idea.
Okay.
So you know how Facebook rebranded itself as Meta. So instead of the pounds coin, you can create an umbrella, and then beneath that, each of your companies that that you're going to start, like the first one that is working now, the trading one, and then the new one, the newer ones that are coming, and then you peg each of those projects, the market of each of those projects, right? You peg them to a coin called the pounds coin, so that it should not depend on the foreign exchange or whatever market out there. Instead, it should depend on all your projects, thereby making it stable, because you're not going to scam and you're not going to rob. Do you understand my technique?
I do. I think that that's a phenomenal ideal. And honestly, it's kind of along some of the lines I thought about for some of the things that I want to do. Having an own token would be great. For a number of different reasons. And let me tell you, the part of the reason why having the own token would be great is because you can control where that token can be sold, and then you can also keep away from scammers. Because if you take some tokens that you're in control of, you control the ecosystem with the tokens as well too. So the tokens can't get outside of that ecosystem. And then so even if you do run into a hack, like say somebody hacks my exchange with my tokens, well, if you can only liquidate them with me, what you going to do with them? And so then it takes away the risk. You can't sell them anywhere. You got to be exchanged with me, so you steal $1 million of my tokens, then you got to come back to me to sell the token. So you can't even get away with it, and it eliminates the risk of that. So there's a lot of huge benefits to it. A little bit more to the infrastructure than what is up the alley currently, but I think it's a phenomenal idea.
And to add to what you just said, you can make it where to make it even more impossible for people to hack. You can stick it to this group. Okay, a coin that is pegged not only to your projects but to this group, because by us being in here, you spike the coin because many people are watching, many people are engaging, right? And doing that over time is going to create stability, right, of the coin, because people are interested in what you're doing, right? And thereby you make the coin stable, unhackable, and you'll be pegged to our group, this group in here. Do you understand what I mean?
I do. Community.
Yeah, exactly.
Very, very good. All right. Any other questions, folks? Any concerns about any other projects? I want to make sure we get everybody's questions and concerns. And I know I told one person jump on tonight and I would help them with, I believe it was C12 they were asking about. So whoever you are, if you're on tonight, stay on. I'll get you on C12 tonight before we get off. But outside of that, is there any other questions about any of the projects that we went over today?
Hey, Terence, how you doing?
Pretty good. How you doing, sir?
I'm fine, man. So what is the process to get in your program?
Yeah, just let me know what cryptocurrency you want to get started with and what chain or network, I'm sorry, you want to get started with. And then I'll send you a deposit address for that cryptocurrency for that day. And then I'll also mark you off an invoice. And then I'll send you a link to the dashboard here, the user interface, so that you can get registered here and see your data.
Can I get your email, please?
Sure. Yep, it's in the chat. I put it in there. I can give it to you as well too. It's my first name, Terrence, TERRENCE .pounds .pounds POUNDS @gmail.com.
Gmail.com. Okay, all right. Thank you.
Yes, sir. You're welcome. Anyone else?
I wanted to say that you can call it the umbrella, the name of your umbrella company, which will include all the other businesses that you want to get into. You can call it Pounds. Let me see.
Pounds Enterprises.
Pounds Industries.
Enterprises. Right? Enterprises.
Yeah, exactly. Call it that, and then beneath that you have your MMM project, and then all the other projects, and then you peg it to the pounds coin, and then peg that coin to this group. Yes.
There it is. Well, listen, I know we were talking C12 strategies earlier, but it seems like nobody else has any questions. If that C12 conversation wanted to go on, because there may be a ton of people that want to know about it, let's go ahead and open that up. And then also, David, if you have the sheet tonight and you want to show that sheet tonight, it'll be a great time to do the breakdown on the sheet as well, too.
Actually, Terrence, my mother just walked in and
Okay.
I was explaining to her the C12
Okay.
as well. I may
Okay.
not explain it well as you, but I was telling her that you invest into the C12, it's every 12 days, but you don't get your initial whatever money that you put in, you don't initially get it back, right? Did I explain
Yep.
it to her correctly?
Yep. So basically, if you look at it, is everything you have coming, you get it in those 12 business days. There's nothing left, no more dollars coming. At the end of 12 business days for that cycle, that's all you get. And when you do the math, you get 100, I mean, you get 44% every 12 business days. So
Right.
tell her she want to start with 100. At the end of that, she's going to have 144. Start with 1,000. At the end of that 12 business days, she's going to have 1,440.
Got you.
Yes, Diane. Basically what you're doing is you're loaning them a certain amount of money because it's like a business loan, like say $1,000. You are receiving in return as a payment every business day that 12% that amortizes the loan in 12 days. So, so that loan essentially expires in 12 days, having been paid off. That's what's going on. It's just like, it's sort of like your car payment or the house, although those are on a much slower time frame, where this is a daily payment. But it's the same structure. Okay.
I got you. Got you.
And I do have that sheet up. Whenever you want me to do it, just let me know.
Everyone's on mute.
Hey, yo, Terrence, when you start your enterprises, I want an application.
Yeah, I got you, boss. I got you. Yeah, I mean, this thing is bigger than me, so everything that we're talking about, everything that we're doing is bigger than me. Yeah, the private club, I'm able to run that by myself, but that's less than 100 people, so I can handle that. But, these other things are bigger than me. We need more people with similar hearts and, a desire to have safe projects in the space that, want to collab and put some stuff together. I mean, we got power in numbers, man. I mean, think about it. In literally 3 weeks, almost $500,000. Like, I didn't know that was going to happen. And so that just tells me, and look, I mean, we've been running it privately. Like, I ain't just did a YouTube video to blast it to the subscribers. Now, we'll get more messages now because people seen the dashboard, and I'm gonna put this out here public. But ultimately, folks, yeah, this is we want to build multiple projects in the space. Everybody wants to be diversified. Everybody wants to feel safe about investing their money. So we really put together a team of people that really want to do great projects, bring great customer service to the space. Service with a smile. I don't know how y'all Chick-fil-A's is, but our Chick-fil-A's, they nice at our Chick-fil-A's. Like the best customer service in the world, and we want to bring projects that provide not only the returns but the customer service, the knowledge to it, the no scam to it, the actual really doing something, non-Ponzi activities and investments. And I think that we can look a few years forward in the space and be like, man, we had some great projects, great runs, made some money, didn't get scammed, and we can be leaving a legacy for generations to come. Because don't forget, this is crypto, y'all. We in a bear market, so it's build, and we looking at a $30,000 Bitcoin price. Wait till this thing hits 60 or 100,000 again. Then look at your crypto bags. And so right now we just get in the bags, man, get in the bags, building up, hit this bull run, and we got crypto millionaires everywhere. You might not even made $1 million in one of the clubs, but you done had 400,000 or 500,000 sitting there, and the market spiking, and here you're 400,000, 500,000, $1 million now. So we just want to be in position for this. And the only way to be in position is to be in the space and be getting the dollars. You know, let's go get it.
Do you want to see that chart now? As
Yeah.
I've updated it?
Yeah. Anybody have any more questions before we get to the spreadsheet? Okay. All
I
right,
do,
David.
but I'll let other people talk. Go ahead.
Okay. All right. Yeah. If you want to go ahead and show the spreadsheet, let's show this data. You have sharing capabilities. I appreciate you, David, for putting this all together for us too, as well.
All right, let me just focus on where we are. As you can see, I've updated our rather extensive pile of corpses here, zeros.
Yep.
And latest victims being Coinbot, Zayonis. What happened with Afrique, why I have it as a 2 is that they got attacked, and we'll see how they recover from it. I know they want to get back, but we'll see if they can, if they get taken out. A little curious, I didn't hear too much about fortune miners, the data on that one. But maybe you'll have a future video where you'll put that into more detail.
Yes, yes, I will.
And other items, like I said, this max size, that's just the sort of thing I want to see with some of these other projects. If you do updates on them. So if you can get that data from your Telegram group. Oh, and by the way, Telegram has been proven to be rather difficult animal for me to get onto. Going at it from the desktop route strictly, they want me to like scan a QR code, and it doesn't seem to work. And when I try to do it from the desktop and have it send me a code, say, to my Skype number, that doesn't work either. I may try to let them have the cell phone number so I can try to send the text code there. That might work, but like I said, Telegram has proven to be a little bit difficult for me.
Okay.
But as you can see, everything is based on the effective weekly percentage yield. And it's a little interesting to calculate for something like C12 because of the way it's structured. But like I said, second only to Vitalik, ARK-FI just behind it. CoinMarketBull, I don't know what the maximum is on them, but I go by their minimum because unlike some people go by how much can you get up to this, and I go by how much should you get if things don't go crazy, and it makes for steadier accounting, at least for me.
Yes.
But this Fintosh, I definitely I might need to get Trust Wallet involved. The tokens say, do they have their own custom token, or do they just do the basics like BNB, Bitcoin, Tron USDT or something?
Yeah, they work on the Binance chain, the Tron chain, and Ethereum chain, so you can deposit multiple different assets from those chains.
Okay. So they're flexible.
They are flexible.
Okay. And it looks like Ultimo's the only like alternate bank out there in this space that you know of that's still functioning.
Can you explain Loopy and Hupy to the guests? Because although we've been over the sheet, they don't know what the Loopy and Hupy in the conditions are either.
Okay. They're both variations on what I call effective weekly percentage yield. How much should you expect to get in effect every week? And I go by the week because a lot of the programs that pay on a daily basis, like say compare C12 to like Fintosh. C12 is just business days. It's 5 days a week, whereas Fintosh is 7 days a week. And and you can tell the difference in the effective weekly yield. And in places where there's a range, like say CoinMarketBull, you supposed to get at least X amount. Now says 0.12, 1.2%, and at the high end 1.8%. I put that's what the low and the higher for if the payments are in a range. Big whale, the range tends to be broader. With the now deceased CoinMarketBull, it was larger still.
Well,
I was wondering if anyone
you mean Coinbot?
Coinbot.
Yep.
Coinbot, yeah. Because I was wondering if someone had actually tested Coinbot the way you tested Aurelian earlier to see if they actually were functioning or not. It looks like somebody did, and they went boom.
Well, no, Coinbot ran for like 40, 50 days, you know, so I just got in it obviously too late, but it ran for like 40 or 50 days. Not that that's enough, but 40 or 50 days it did run.
Okay, but no question, no information as to how or why it failed.
No, they scammed everybody. They disappeared. It was a rug pull. Yeah, straight up rug pull. Yeah, straight up rug pull.
But they paid up until that point.
Yeah, they paid up until that point.
Ouch. I see. All right. Like I said, casualties happen in this space. It's like I think there are more corpses here than survivors right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I'm sick of.
Well, yeah, and it's why you need to keep an eye on this sort of thing. I think what keeps CoinMarket C12 so powerful is your money's only at risk for so long.
Yeah.
It's a very short cycle time. And I think what I was going to ask Jay until I found out about it was, is there a program you can that still cycles every 24 hours that you can feed money into and pull money out of on a regular daily basis? And that's I think like all three players that had the potential to do that, first AMZ Doge, then Space Dogs, now Zionis, all going face flat in the mud here is it's a little disappointing. If I was going to look for a new program in this space, that sort of hub type of program, that so long as you maintain a minimum balance, you can flow money in and out easily, but still earn a reasonable yield on top of it. That's the kind of program I'm sort of looking for right now. Maybe Fintosh can do it. Is there a question?
Yes.
Okay.
Mr. Armigus, the chart, is it possible that you can paint just as Mr. Pounds of a list, how he paints it, the ones that are crypto corpses now?
Okay, I have a number over here, condition.
Oh, okay.
And I list, and when I sort is by high to low. So all the threes here means that they're functioning active programs. And the zeros down here are the corpses. And I don't know if Farm of Fortune or Crypto FX Pro have expired yet or not, but or if Farm of Fortune went over to Fortune Miners. So I think they were like very similar or like spin-offs from the same people, but that's something I probably want to learn a bit more of over the coming days. So.
And Mr. Pounds, is it possible that you can make a video for those that are not in this group, just in case they fall into the snare of signing into the crypto corpses and they are not aware that that's expired, like the one that expired just a few days today, like you said. So just
Yeah,
in
well,
case.
yeah,
Casualty,
yeah, it's hard
Yeah,
to keep up with them. So what I do is I just on YouTube, I obviously I announce it in the Telegram, I announce it in the Facebook group, and then on YouTube, I pull my referral links out of the videos, and then I update the title. When you look, it says scam. So it says scam alert in the title. Now that's not always enough to catch people, but just in case I didn't say it, I'll say it again. Always check before you get involved. Things change very fast in this space. So, I mean, here it is. Look, I mean, I ain't tell everybody, I ain't go super in, but like I got 50,000 in AAS, 50,000.
Wow.
And so I only had 2,000. Then I got geeked and threw 8,000 in there. Then I got geeked and threw another 9,000 in there. And then I talked myself into, man, let me just go ahead and get this account up to 100 grand. It'll be my first 100K account. And then I said, well, no, you know what? I'm going to just do 50. I'm going to just do 50. And then I promise you, it wasn't even 2 days later. The system stopped working. And then and then I started thinking like, I should have just put that in MMM. Like, but I believe they'll be back. I believe they'll be back, so it's not like I'm freaking out or anything like that, but it's just why, like some of this stuff is just like, and not AAS, but some of this stuff is like, it ain't even worth my time, anymore. And I'm not too good to get in projects. I don't want anybody to feel like that, but I got something better personally going on. So that just everything else is just like, oh, well, that's great. Oh, that's good. How long are you gonna pay? Are you gonna scam us? And it's just the way I've been getting to feel about projects. And so I'm waiting for something else that just says, Terrence, you got to get in this, and I'll be happy to get in that. But just, I mean, looking at my list, looking at what's out there, it's like nothing really inspires me. I mean, my dude, Jamie, well, I said my dude, he ain't my dude because I don't know him, but one of the YouTubers I follow put out some other sports video and like about sports trading. And I think I'm gonna get in that because I kind of like it. But this month, I'm really just focused on bringing capital over in the MMM club. That's my focus this month,
So basically, I don't know if you're familiar with Tom and Jerry. Tom and Jerry, Jerry the mouse, he
Yes.
always falls in the trap.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
Oh man. I'm sorry that happened to you. That's a lot of money, 100K. Man.
Yeah. Yeah. I didn't get 100K in there. I got 50K in there.
Oh.
But I was on my way to 100K. But I'm gonna stop, and I'm okay with 50K being in there. I have 50K in Novatech back in October. So just my first project that, I got 50K in there. But it's not all my projects. It's a small piece. I think I'm over 450,000 or something like that portfolio value now for something, so it's been pumping, getting it, turning it all the way up.
I mean, the projects that you're putting huge amounts of money, you use some of that money and put most of it in your new platform that you know that you will not rug.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah. Awesome. Awesome. All right. Thank you.
Yeah.
Yes.
Because that freak was right up there at like number 4 before they got hit. So we'll see it happens see if they recover. But like I said, with the C12, is that maximum size the total amount deposited per person or the total amount per
it's
per investment?
Per 12-day investment.
Per 12-day. Oh, so if someone could put like a $30,000 investment like every day and have that still work.
You can put $30,000 investment multiple times. So like you can put 30, just the cap is 30,000 per investment, not per account. So you could do 30,000 50 times in one day if you wanted to, but it's just each deposit is 30,000.
Oh, so it's just like cryptoprogram.me. I mean, I mean, you're buying a package, but you can buy any number of packages.
Correct. Correct.
Okay.
Same thing like funds. Funds has a 10,000 limit per stake, but you can have as many stakes as you want.
I see. Okay.
So this is an idea for all of you, including Mr. Pounds. The people that are trying to get into your new project, what they can do is they can open each wallet for each bill, each bill that they have that they want to pay, so that they'll never have to worry about paying bills again. They'll just come to your platform and be making more money.
He said it. Man, yeah. Well, still, never all eggs, one basket. Diversification is key.
Yeah.
I'm really trading, folks. So, like, I mean, I can lose it all. Like, if I haven't said that, I want to be clear. I'm trading. I can lose it all. There's no guarantee. There's truly no guarantee in anything. But you do have the guarantee that I'm not going to rug pull, and you do have the guarantee that I'm a smart money manager. So I ain't gonna lose it all in one shot. That's not going to happen. It's not going to be, oh, here's the account and wake up tomorrow, the account zero. That's just not going to happen, and that's because I don't trade all the capital at one point in time, and we got multiple accounts. But ultimately, everything is at risk, every investment, but you got to look at the risk according to, what key factors you can check off. Where is it located at? I'm in the United States. Is it a real person? Yeah, it's me. Is he going to rug? No, I'm not going to rug. Does he have outside capital? Yes, I got outside capital. Does he have liquidity? Yes, he's got backed up liquidity. And so, those things are different besides I love C12, but I don't know who owned it. I couldn't go find him if I wanted to.
Exactly.
I'm telling you, can't even talk to the owner at all. It's different. It's just different. And 95% of projects on that sheet and in the space are just like that. So different ball game here, folks.
And which is why we have to protect everything about this group, because this group is unique. Not every group has their own CEO, right? And doing great things like this, which is why we have to protect this. This is gold right here. So.
Yes, sir. Yeah. Well, folks, it's 9 o'clock on my end, Eastern time. 2 hours is pretty good for me, and I want to get out of here and get some food and do my Vitalooks. I ain't did my Vitalooks today, so.
Yeah, that's the thing with the Vitalook, that maximum size there. But yeah. Now that I know that C12 really doesn't, it's just the maximum individual loan size. It's not the total amount you can have in there. That's something, yeah, I'm definitely, once I may have to get Trust Wallet on board before I can really.
Oh yeah.
Because I've learned that Coinomi, while it does work for what it does have, it needs an update before it gets over some of its limitations. So, but having both on my computer is not the worst thing in the world. So, mind if I stop my share? Is everyone like understand what's going on here and why I rank things the way I do?
Yeah. Yep.
All right.
I have a question, if I could be allowed, please.
Oh.
Hello. On the sheet, I'm seeing like Novatech and funds, and is there a reason why they aren't on?
Well, if Novatech was on here, I would put it at best a 2, maybe even a 1, because of what's going on with them. Funds, I have a certain sort of standard for if you're going to be an investment that you need to deliver at least a certain amount per week. And funds would be like right at the bottom of this list at 3%. And with IPN, aside from things like Vortic United and Crypto Program Me, I mean, I would have a hard time justifying recommending them, save for diversity's sake. It's just that with programs this powerful in the space, do you need 10 of them as opposed to maybe five or six will cover you? And so I mean, MMM, if you get something big enough, has the potential, is pretty strong. But if you're just at entry level, like the 2500, isn't even Fintosh quite. So
Yep. However, though, one
Yep.
thing is people will progress. So unless they just keep pulling capital, they will progress in those levels, which a lot of projects, you know, that rate stays fixed because you can't, there's no upper level, you know, so there's 7 levels and, you know,
so if you start with 2500 and just compound, eventually you will build that number will build up.
Yeah, I do.
The percentage will build up.
Yep, I actually have a sheet laid out where you start at 2,500 and it shows it over 16 months, you'll be a multimillionaire. And so you get 3 months, you're going to be into the next tier, another 2 or 3 months, you're going to be in the next tier. And so those tiers keep coming if you compound. But now I do still suggest in my project, eliminate your risk, get your seed capital off the table. Then if you want to go compound crazy, great. Or if you got a compound strategy, oh, I'm a compound for 30, 60, or 90 days, and then take my seed capital, great. But don't just let it ride to the moon. Like at some point, you need to take your profits off the table, your seed capital, and some profits along the way. My program or any program out there, any of them.
That kind of strategy, the one ARK-FI puts you into, if you take
Correct.
half of it home and compound the other half, is
Correct.
another good way to go forward.
It is.
Especially if you have a place to put it. And yeah, this, especially with that very high cap, or here, ways of combining them, because sometimes it's not just like what Jay said, it's not just what an individual program gives you, it's how you use them in combination that even if you're not using a program to its individual best strength, as part of a team, it can actually perform very powerfully. So it sometimes thinking if you're focusing too heavily on what one program does it's almost encouraging putting all your eggs in one basket as opposed to diversifying. If you're going to diversify, using them strategically really pays off.
Yes, agreed.
Okay, Terrence, for your program, do we see the trades in the back office or?
You do not see the trades in the back office. However, every week I scroll through every trade I've taken, recorded on a video, and posted in the private groups for review.
Oh, okay, great.
So you do get to see every trade. Yep.
Okay, cool. And then is there like some type of drawdown or?
So I shoot. Yep. So I shoot for 10 to 30% per trade. And so drawdown generally is a more of a terminology for Forex. And you can be in a trade for days or weeks or whatever the case may be. And with stock options trading, I can get into contracts that don't expire for weeks or months. But generally I'm in short-term contracts. And I generally am not in contracts overnight, but not sometimes. Have a good night, Chris. Thank you. Yep. So I'm generally in contracts in and out the same day, but that may be a 1 week, 2 week, 3 week, 4 week, 3 month contract. However, if you want to compare drawdown, like how much can I lose at one point in time, I can lose 30% in a trade. Now that's 30% in one trade, not 30% of my balance, not 30% of the pot, but I can lose 30% in a trade. So That's pretty much where it is. I shoot for 10 to 30% of win. It's the same stop out for me, 10 to 30% on the trade.
Okay. And you're trading stock options, is that right?
Yes, I am.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you, sir.
Great question. You're welcome.
Hey, Mr.
What
Pound.
is your email?
Okay, go ahead.
You say what now?
I'm sorry.
I just Amigos, but go ahead.
Go ahead.
Okay, I was saying to Mr. Armigus about, since you're very good with charts, is there a way that I can, in regard to Mr. Pound's ideas that I want you to flesh it out, because you're very good at charts. I have all these ideas in my head, but I don't know how to bring it to reality on charts. So since you're good at it, can I contact you personally and we can flesh it out, and then you give it to Mr. Pounds for review? Hello?
What kind of chart?
Okay, the ideas I just mentioned earlier, okay, in order that Mr. Pounds can understand the magnitude that's going to help a lot of people in here, okay? If we can chart it out and then flesh it out somehow so he can see the magnitude of value that is going to, if the project was to come into reality, like his MMM project that he has brought into reality, if he applies these concepts, these business models that I'm telling him, of multiple projects stacked onto a coin, okay, and then you flesh it out in a chart and then calculate it through projections, okay, via the use of charts, as you have done with past live streams. Is there a way that do you understand what I'm trying to say?
Okay, there are charts and there are charts. What I have
Well,
is a
listen,
table.
well, one thing though, I got to cut the recording. It's getting too late for the conversation for YouTube. But if anybody else has any questions, let me know. Somebody asked for my email address. Is my first name dot my last name @gmail.com. So Terrence.Pounds, just like it shows here, Terrence.Pounds@gmail.com. And then I posted that in the chat as well too. But any other questions? But you guys too, please link. Yeah, just put your number in the chat, hit each other up. I have both of you guys' numbers if you guys want to connect. And then let's get together and build something out.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, and that was me that asked for the email. I just wanted to introduce myself. I'll be emailing you just to tell you what it is. I had mine, but I won't keep you right now.
Okay. All right. Yep. And no problem. I mean, you can go ahead and say it. It's not a bother. I just didn't want to keep everybody on the recording longer because we are recording and we can get out of here. But you can either email me, hit me up, whatever the case may be, or if it's a public question, feel free to go ahead and shoot it.
I mean, it's pretty public. I mean, basically, I'm a financial planner. So to me, I see crypto as a way of building wealth.
Yes, sir.
But I got access to ways of protecting that wealth. So I just want to work with you. I don't know how that looks at the moment.
Okay.
So
yeah,
run some ideas by you.
Yeah, I'm 100% open to that. So please, yes, Parents.Pounds@gmail.com. Let's link and collaborate and see what we can put together.
Sounds good.
And talking about charts, I usually think about charts that track the price of an asset over time, be it a commodity or a stock or a currency pair, as opposed to the kind of table that I put up. So sometimes that can get a little confusing for some folks. Okay.
Thanks for everything, Terrence. Thanks for being one of the real ones.
No, thank you. I appreciate you all very much, man. And let's take it to the moon. And I'll see you guys next Thursday for sure. And I will have more videos this week than I had over the last week. So I'll see you all shortly.
Another great stream in the vault. It was a pleasure talking to all of you. I appreciate your time, your efforts, your ideas, and ultimately your patience with me. Thank you and good night, everyone.
Thank you, Wrexham. It's always a pleasure to have you, sir.
All right.
All righty.